where do you require a human in the loop today?
Absolutely good question. So I would say there's a human in the loop at the moment on everything. But, I'm not a Brian Chesky at Anthropic that has network orchestration and loops running constantly. So as an intermediate agentic coder myself, human in the loop is happening on pretty much everything, but I would imagine that's going to change. So with the AdCP projects I'm working on at the moment, which are mainly in prototype phase, they're very human in the loop heavy, but I would anticipate in 2027 that will start to become autonomous. When those prototypes become live, I would see the reliance on a human in the loop to be less and less as those scale.
Our default is multiple humans in the loop. So there's humans that look at the initial media plan, validate pricing, the structure. There's humans that will look at the creatives when they're submitted through the process. There are humans that will look at the ad server reporting to see about pacing and things. So there's like a number of checks is available, or absolutely zero checks can be available.
I mean, I think like anything, you can't just hand off your company and your IP to an agent. Everything that we do is blueprinted, architected, and defined by our engineering team. From there, the agent helps to assist.
We are very close to the creative side, and I think creative is one of the more trickier sections to cover agentically. As a brand, you needed to have very good brand guidelines, very good review processes in place, and I think agents just reveal where the cracks are because things start to break even faster.
It's going to take a while before we fully trust agents. This fact-checking part will absolutely be the human in the loop. Right now, we're actually agents in the loop more so than humans in the loop.
The human in the loop is so important across everything. And we really want to make sure that all of the individuals and all of the different functions are using the AI tools, not just tactically, but strategically. What I tend to talk about with all functions of the team is how are you using the efficiencies that you're gaining? How are you using all of the data that you've put together in ways that are really bringing the product forward? I find that that's where you need the human to be able to really put your hat on and say, okay, what is it about this that's not just making a calculation faster, but really making this better for the customer and making this a better experience for everyone involved?
90% of consumers say they want human interaction. They're tired of AI slop and fakeness. And so out of the same mouth, we're saying also we're leading into agentic strategy, but there has to be a human behind it. There has to be human governance and oversight. Otherwise, we're being hypocrites, right? You can't be guaranteed human and not have a human behind any of the agentic or AI work that you're doing.
I think for advertising, right, we've always said we need a 4 eyes check on everything. But the reality is that doesn't really happen. And so I think there's opportunities where agents can make the approval process or the double checking process much more fun because you're not worrying about the basic stuff. And you get to have the hard questions of, should we do business with company X? Or, is this actually a good risk to take with the company's precious media and money? Or is this advertiser on brand for this particular podcast, or vice versa? And that's where humans will never be replaced, because it's our fundamental choices and judgment which actually raise up to the level of values, mores, right? Ethics. We should be debating ethics and business strategy and purpose. And that's what truly our job is.
So first, since you always need humility, we call it embedded human judgment, because from our perspective, the difference is you don't want to have kids playing in the living room, breaking a lamp, going back to the parents saying, oh, shoot, we broke that lamp. You want to make sure that they will never go in the living room to go break a lamp. So we want to keep humans on the hook, but also is the critical thinking of humans, which is really important. So it has to be embedded at the get-go, hence the embedded human judgment. So basically, it has to work on all sides of the equation as well. We don't want to have an agent going rogue and nobody accountable.